your typical Bisbee chicks.
Correct, sir. Okay, it's that time again.
It's gotta go out there. Oh, that's right, Scooter. Lick the old.
It's right. We've got Scooter in the studio. Ben's in the house. I'm Josh. This is it.
Hey,
Oh man,
it's May.
It's May. It's another week.
It's another week of May.
Yep, it's another week of May, and here we are again for another just fun-filled episode
Of fun.
And laughter. I am Josh.
And I'm Ben.
And this is it. It's our podcast.
This is it.
This is it. This is it.
Love it.
Yeah, so that's actually one of the things we've never really done in the podcast yet. Is both of us are slightly musically inclined.
Yeah,
and
I almost brought in my ukulele this time.
Yeah, I was trying to think maybe one of these days we'd have to do something
this close,
maybe just something like improv musically that we could do. I remember we used to do like back in the day. I'm a joker.
Yeah,
I'm a smoker.
Some people call me Space Cowboy.
We used to do that one harmony effect on that one part that was kind of cool. So we might have to do something like that. That would be fun. But
we'll do something fun and funny.
Anywho, we are doing another podcast. I believe we are finally on episode 3. So,
which is our 4th episode,
right? Because
episode 0 was our first.
Yep. It was the pilot. We were going to see if anyone laughed, and
they did.
And they did. A few people laughed,
and a few people are still laughing.
They are. Maybe even from last week.
Maybe even those very same people
could still be laughing
as we speak
right now.
I'm sure they are because they know we're talking about them.
Right now.
That's
right at this very moment.
Looking at you. Well, I'm not looking at you. I'm talking at you. Over the ethers.
The ethers, man. Let me tell you how much of a hit that was. I had so many people that talked to me about your mom. I mean, I don't even know. It will, like we were talking about before we started going on air, and that is that we're just going to have to incorporate mom as a regular segment. I was going to try calling my mom this week to follow up Ben's. But my mom is actually going out to eat tonight with my brother for a late Mother's Day dinner. So
nice.
I'm not going to bother her with a explanation as to what a podcast is.
Potash?
Yeah. My mom and I called her earlier to try to see what she was doing. I told her I was doing a podcast, and she couldn't hear it on the phone.
Yeah.
And so she thought I said potash, and so I can only imagine what the conversation's going to go like with my brother tonight at dinner. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, it'll be funny. So, anywho, we're both just chilling, taking it easy like normal.
Yeah.
Drinking Arizona beer. I am currently having one of my favorites from the good people in Phoenix, technically Tempe. Four Peaks Brewery. It's the Kilt Lifter.
The Kilt Lifter.
It's the Kilt
Curiously
Lifter.
Strong.
It is. It's 6%, but it's a really, as far as Irish beers go, 6% is actually not that high.
No, it's not.
But it's a real easy drinking beer, which is what I like. I'm not drinking for the alcohol anymore.
Yeah.
So I drink more for the flavor, and it's got a really good flavor. Good. Traditional red beer as far as the Irish beers are concerned. So it's good. I really like it.
And I read Playboy for the articles.
Yes. Well, I mean,
anymore.
I really don't drink to get drunk. I don't even know the last time I can't even say the last time I was actually intoxicated. It's been that long. Isn't that sad?
That's so sad,
it is
Josh.
Sad. It's sad. You don't drink like the rest of America. Yeah. But Ben found a really cool one though.
Yeah, this is the also Arizona owned and brewed for a doggone good time. The Uncle Bear's Brewery in Phoenix, Arizona. This is the Mandarin wheat. Comparing and contrasting it with the Papago Mandarin wheat. And,
oh, well. Hi, Marley.
I heard that, Marley.
Yeah, maybe everybody else did too.
Yeah.
I have a very talkative cat.
Yeah, and a very sensitive microphone.
And a very sensitive microphone. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He brought it up.
Yeah,
he brought it
I've
up.
got it. I gotta have it. You
Yeah.
just gotta have it because everybody needs a hand.
He's gotta have it. No, not that button.
Not that one.
Not that button. They'll never know. They'll never know. Which button?
Which button was he going to press? We have a bunch of like big red buttons that don't ever say press. Right now in the studio, we have like several buttons, and there's like 5 red buttons that say "Don't ever press." And I was getting ready to press one of those buttons right now. So that would have not been good. It would have also, well, it would have been like us saying they would never have known when our computer broke last week, and then suddenly the sound quality went from it was pretty decent to right in the shitter. I mean, and I know you tried to work your magic, but you could clearly tell how there was like little no white noise to like so much white noise. It's not even.
That's because it was coming from inside the computer.
Yes. Well, that's right. You got that right. Yeah. Marley Cat, what is up, man? Sorry, everybody in the background. My cat is just being very vocal.
He's got a friend.
Yeah, well, and he's part. We've come to learn. We firmly believe that he's part Bengal.
Oh.
So, and with Bengals, he exhibits all those traits. He's very picky about his litter box. He's very picky about his food. He's very, very, very vocal when it comes to those things and how he feels about it. So he's the most talkative cat that I've ever had, and he may also be in the window just looking at birds.
I hear him.
Because if there's birds out, then he'll do the meowing.
Sounds like the bird chatter,
and he'll do the chirping. Yep. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. So. Meow.
Cats
are fun.
Cats are fun.
Yep. There'll be no substitute to children, which are very close again.
Yeah.
Come here, Kibber. Are you going to come out here too, bud? Yep. We're being joined by all kinds of animals.
If I could talk to the animals.
Yeah. Oh, Kib. You're such a good boy. Yeah. I know, and you're jealous. So we usually start off the podcast with what's going on this week, and everybody knows that listens, and that have a baby coming in now less than 2 weeks. So it's just get or go time right now, really. The wife, frankly, the wife, frankly, is just so tired of being pregnant at this point.
Aren't we all?
Anything and anything that could get the baby to get here quicker has been attempted, and so
labor-inducing music.
Yeah, all the wife's tales.
Food.
Yeah, hot spicy food. That's supposed to do it. And my wife doesn't like hot and spicy food, so we don't get. It's not too hot or too spicy.
Yeah, well, that's why it's not working.
Yeah. Right. Well, yeah. Then you have walking is one other one that's supposed to do it.
Someone told me she walked like, I forget who it was and I forget how much, but something like 5 or 10 miles every single day, and she had a labor that lasted like less than an hour.
Wow.
And said she felt no pain.
Wow.
And everybody, all those moms out there know what she can go and do.
Well,
she can go have another baby.
Right, yeah. Keep on walking.
Keep on walking.
Yeah, well, that's
you gotta keep on walking.
Well, I mean, yeah, and she's trying that, and then there's all kinds of things that they say that will help, and bring on labor and so forth, but. Really, obviously, it's not going to happen until everything's happened. But she's having a lot more contractions and stuff than normal, so that's just kind of her body preparing her for what's to come. So that's a good sign because she should be having those. So, and the last stress test we went into, everything was, was good. Was supposed to be. Jessica's blood pressure was a little bit high, but that's just because she just got off of work. But baby's in the down position. He's
on the DL.
Yes, yeah, he's totally on the DL. He's got his ass like right under her left tit, and then his legs are kind of. Yep, that's his head. His head's right down where it should be.
Yeah,
and then he's kind of tilted a little at the angle. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ben's motioning the hand.
Yes,
the
you
hand
can't see
motions for what
I can see.
Josh
can see it.
It looks kind of funny.
You're just gonna have to imagine my hands.
His hand is like the head of the baby.
The head, and my elbow is like the baby's foot, and my wrist would be his neck.
Yeah. So that's exactly basically what he's doing.
I don't know what my fingernails would be.
So when he kicks her, he kicks her like right in the rib, or if he headbutts her, that's right in the vajayjay. So it's always fun.
Always.
So yeah, nothing like a good headbutt to the vajay. Yeah. So so those are that's kind of what's going on now, and like normal, we're just hanging tight and doing the best we can. We've got all the freezer meals ready, the nursery and the bedrooms ready.
Sending me pictures of picture mail of freezer meals.
Yes.
I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm making freezer meals for 8 hours today.
I know. It actually wasn't that bad. It only took me 8 hours because I was breaking it up into sections because you have to let the stuff cool and and so forth before you do. So there was, as far as I actually was thinking about it the other day, as far as actual prep and cooking time, I don't think it took me longer than maybe at the max 3 or 4 hours to do. Probably, I think we got at least enough for 12 to 15 meals in there. That's quite a good amount, So it's a lot of dinners. So, and like I told you about that fried rice.
The fried rice packet.
Oh, the fried rice is going to be unbelievable. I can't wait for the fried rice. So,
I'm rubbing my hands together.
Ben wants the fried rice too. So, anywho, but yeah. So, what was up with you this week?
Well, my brother and I had our first show at the Horned Toad on Friday night. On Saturday night, I went solo at the Copper Queen. It was great, and we had some. I had some friends join me, hanging out. And
nice.
Yesterday, I'm getting ready for shows and things and stuff. This next weekend, that's May 26th, 27th, and 28th, we're doing the Hollywood Bazaar. Femme, Fatale, Showcase Cabaret.
It's the Roaring 20s.
Yeah.
But it's not.
But it's not. It's like
2000s. But
it's like a new show to out-thrill them all.
Hey.
I'm just reading off the poster.
Yes.
A most unusual show.
That's how everything goes on behind the scenes, is we wouldn't,
They would never know.
Yep.
They would never know.
We can't be required to be responsible for remembering all the content that we want to promote on the show.
Responsible for being required to remind you that the bar will be open 1 hour before the show.
I loved that was. I had pointed out to Ben when he brung it in because he wanted to promote it. Yeah. I said, "It's so awesome that they make a point a point on the flyer to tell you that the bar will in fact be open 1 hour before the show. So come in, people, 1 hour before to get nice and drunk.
Yes.
You've got a full hour to drink before the girls come out and start dancing.
That's right. Bring on the dancing bears.
I think that's great promotion. Great promotion on whoever's idea this was. They should get an extra at least $30.
Oh yeah. And she's gonna get it.
She should.
Yeah,
she should, because I think that when they were discussing, should we put on this part with this line? Anything could have gone on this line. Any text could have gone here. But she said, you know what? We're going to settle on letting everybody know that they can get drunk.
Could have said no flash photography. Sooner the better.
It could have said no flash photography. Yeah. Please bring a friend. Right. This is Bisbee, so it could be a lot of other stuff that could be there as well. Everyone's welcome. Hugs at the door. Hugs. All kinds of fun stuff. So, but okay, good. So people can come and see you at the May 26th, 27th, and 28th.
Friday and Saturday night at 8 p.m. Bar opens at 7.
Bar opens an hour early. We got that.
Sunday matinee, 3 p.m. Bar opens at 2.
Okay. All right.
It's at the Central School in Bisbee. That's 43 Howell Avenue. It's behind the Copper Queen. It's up the hill and around the corner. Or around the corner and up the hill.
Yep, I know exactly, because we used to hang out back in the day down there at the little spot where they had the playground where we play hacky sack and stuff right there. And the school's right behind that.
Yep, that's Grassy Park.
Yep.
Grassy Park's right there. Copper Queen's behind there, and Central School is behind there.
I bet there's probably still some kids in that park right now today playing hacky sack. It's very possible.
That we used to play with.
Maybe not that we used to play. That'd be hilarious. But
no. They're in their 40s now.
Yes, they're in their 40s, and they're still in Bisbee.
And they're still playing hacky sack in Grassy Park.
Oh,
yes, they are. No, you think I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know. You get out more than I do, so I'd have to believe you.
Yeah, you would. Well, you'll come to Bisbee someday.
Yes.
Someday.
Yes, I will.
Yeah. But tickets are $15. Those are the regular tickets. The RIP. No, the VIP. I was saying reserved. Premier seating is $20 for VIP. You get champagne with that. You get a glass of champagne.
See?
With your VIP reserved premier seating.
Yeah.
You can get your tickets at Redbone and Tumbleweed Gypsy.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
That could be what?
I just thought it might be counterproductive to give you the champagne if you're letting them know that you can get here an hour before and get drunk.
It depends.
They may not need the champagne.
But it's reserved.
Well, at least, the good thing is, too, is that if you've got them good and drunk an hour before, keep the buzz going with the free champagne, right?
Exactly.
So that's actually, again, she's got a good idea
It's
here.
pretty good. It's pretty good. We've got a lot of great acts, and the Frytown Toughs are doing a couple numbers. We're doing the opening number, and we're doing the penultimate number right before the Showgirls. Good. I choreographed the Showgirl finale to sing with the swing.
Nice. Yeah, of course.
It's going to be 20s swing, Charleston.
Okay.
So that's this week, and
well, everybody go out and support your local theaters. Let those guys know you got some love for them, because we definitely need more music and arts out in the world today with the current state we are in.
Arizona.
Oh Lord!
He has to turn his phone
Can
up.
I get it quick enough?
Oh yes.
My kick sounds so horrible.
That's because you have no bass.
I know.
Yeah.
We have to do the tom. Oh, that would work too. Yeah. Because Ben plays with my little MIDI board on my phone. It's so much fun. Yeah. And absolutely none of this is funny.
No. Oh, they're laughing, right? They're laughing at us, not with us.
That's well, like I said, that's fine too.
Yeah, we're fine with that.
We're fine with laughing at us. That's cool.
Yeah.
We have nothing better to do with our Monday night than to sit here and to talk into microphones.
Depending on who you ask. And I don't mean us.
Right. Well,
I mean, there were other, things happen.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Engagements and
yes,
things that have to go on. So
we're going to be ignoring our responsibilities
and doing other things.
And doing other things that we may or may not have said that we might or might not do on some Monday night.
Yes.
But this takes priority.
That's right. Well, hey,
this is a standing. This is no, it does. This is good.
Yeah,
I'm going to stand right now.
When we have as much of a response as we get for calling your mom, we just have to just try to hopefully
call my mom.
Well, yeah, hopefully be able to get your mom to be able to somehow trump the ethers, because that was just pure internet, just gold, man. I mean, I don't know. We may have to get the property rights somehow. Make sure we tag that or do something so that somebody can come along in like 30 years.
Registered trademark?
Yeah, in 30 years and take your mom's ether comment and use them for some
evil purposes.
Yes. Well, especially if they were actually explaining ethers.
Yes. Yeah, it would be like, excuse me.
No.
Those are my mom's ethers.
Listen, when you're shoving the ethers, then we're going to have a little discussion here, because I'm not down with this.
All your ethers belong to Mom.
All your ethers belong to us.
Mom.
Gamer humor. Geeks.
Somebody set us up.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Okay, well, should we call your mom?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's
what are we even going to ask your mom this time?
Podcast.
Okay. Well, but she knows the podcast, though.
Yeah, well, she knows what email is.
That's a damn good point. Yeah, that's a damn good point. That really is.
Favorites. Mom. Here we go.
Mom better be in your favorites.
We're just gonna, she was just here.
Okay, call her.
Mom. Mom. Where's the ukulele when we need it?
Call it.
Put it right there. Something like that.
Call in my mom.
Call in my mom.
Call in my mom.
No, hold on for a sec.
Okay, it's my dad.
That was your dad?
That was my dad. I wonder.
Hi.
Hello.
What's going on?
What's going on? We're recording the podcast with Josh.
Oh, okay.
I thought I'd call and ask Mom what a podcast is.
Okay, well, hold on.
Okay,
Awesome.
He's gonna
get Mom.
He's gonna get Mom.
And then Mom will let us explain. That was cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi, sweetie.
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, great. How about you?
Yeah, good. Doing good. I'm here with Josh again.
Yes.
Figured we'd call and ask you what a podcast is.
A podcast.
Yeah.
Well, up until very recently, I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
But I have found out that apparently it is some kind of a broadcast
Mm-hmm.
that's done either by computer or by phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it can be by a single individual or it can be done by more than one person.
That's true.
Yeah.
And it can be, I guess on any subject that is not disapproved by what is the agency that monitors radio?
The FCC.
That'd be the FCC, the Federal Communication.
Right.
Except I think it can be about topics disapproved by the FCC because everybody controls their own podcast.
Oh, now that I didn't know.
It's unpoliced.
Yeah. Believe it or not, actually, it is unpoliced. You could actually have a podcast about
anything you want.
Really.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not you could host that and have legal ramifications for what you may or may not be talking about, I don't know how that would work.
It would only if you were like threatening mutiny or bodily harm against the president or somebody else. Or,
what if you were like podcasting on how to make meth?
There's nothing illegal about telling people how to make meth.
That would be sad.
Oh.
You know it would be sad, but it's not illegal.
That's true.
Yeah?
Well,
I mean, Anarchist Cookbook.
I'm learning something. Your mom's learning something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how long podcasts have existed, but when the internet system began to flow, I know that there were people, I guess on the internet, on their computers, showing people how to make bombs and stuff like that.
Yep, they still are. They still do that.
And the thing about podcasting, I guess, in that regard, is this. I mean, they can find websites. I mean, remember back when me and you were in high school, they had the Anarchist Cookbook.
Exactly.
And the Anarchist Cookbook was telling people, even when me and Ben were in high school, how to make bombs
and other things,
and all kinds of
drugs.
Stuff. Yeah. Yep. How to do all kinds of things. And so I think no matter what, that material is going to be available for people who want to look for it.
Yeah. It's what they choose to do with it that may or may not be illegal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, and also I understand that podcasts, like you say, like we just said, can be about anything, and some are entertaining, some are informative. So there's just a whole variety of reasons why people indulge in podcasting.
Yeah.
I don't know how to go about establishing a podcast. That I don't know anything about how to do that.
So you've never downloaded a podcast and taken it with you to listen, like on the go, or?
No, I've never downloaded.
People download them and then they listen to them in their car. They listen to them while jogging or at the gym.
Yep.
Or
in their free time.
Yep. When they're supposed to be working on.
When they're supposed to be working at any major project, possibly that they could be doing
something having,
and they have to leave. They have to leave their station to go someplace else.
Security. And what about Dad's podcast?
What about Dad's podcast?
Yeah.
All I know is that your father has been writing scripts that he is preparing to introduce into his podcast, which is basically aimed at helping children and their families deal with problems that all children experience, all children and their families experience.
Yes.
And and he hasn't set up, I guess, a system for delivery yet. And I don't know if there are, what can I say, channels or
he hasn't decided to deliver them yet.
Well,
he's still working on it, I guess.
And I'll tell you, moreover, right now, I mean, he's writing scripts, so he's got us blown right out the water. I mean, he's got material there. Yeah. So
and he rehearses.
We're really just flying by the seat of our pants on our podcast. But
and I guess from what I've gathered, we haven't really talked about it much.
Yeah.
But from what I gather, is that he will be paying to do this podcasting. Is that how it works, or do the people doing the podcasting get paid by a company or a corporation? Or
it goes both ways.
Yeah, that's a tricky depth of water you're walking right there. You can get paid to podcast
by sponsors
and different things like that. People can also
by your listeners.
Right. And what he may be referring to too is the cost of hosting the audio files. So if he's talking about the issues that that the kids have, and he's got his material and everything that he's presenting, he's going to make his podcast, and then he wants to host that finished product somewhere so that the parents and the kids can find it. Now that's not free. That does cost money.
It can be free up to a certain amount.
Very, very true. Yeah. So, but yes, you would hope that it would go both ways. I would expect, and I hope for his sake, if he is writing scripts and he's taking that much time, that he's getting paid for it.
These will have a return.
Yes.
Yeah, and as soon as he's ready to upload them, as soon as he's ready to upload them, I am ready to upload them for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's really cool too, because the payment for that in a lot of ways is just the satisfaction of helping the people that he's aiming to help. So.
Okay, now I have not, you asked me if I had ever downloaded. Now, how do I go about accessing a podcast? Do I go to the computer and go to Amazon?
Your easiest way would be iTunes. It's
to what?
iTunes. iTunes.
iTunes.
Yes, it's already on your computer.
It has nothing to do with podcasting whatsoever.
It does and it does not. It does because that iTunes is probably the universe's largest repository of podcasts.
That is true. That is true.
And then you go to the iTunes store, and just because it's a store doesn't mean that most of the podcasts aren't free. Most of them are free. So you go to the iTunes store, and they have the entire listing of podcasts.
Okay, now
that exist.
The podcasts that I'm going to access are already recorded, or are they happening as we speak?
They're already recorded. They're already recorded, but
iTunes and I find a podcast that might interest me.
Yeah.
Is it one that has been pre-recorded?
Yes. And you can find it by topic.
Yep.
By subject matter, by keyword. You can find it by if there's a particular person, you can type in their name, and maybe they already have a podcast.
Yep.
And then iTunes will take you to their podcast directory. And then you can find their podcast and pick and choose the episodes that you want to download.
Okay, now this differs from Twitter. How?
Well, that's a good question. Twitter is basically people, personalities, or otherwise. Sometimes they're corporations or who knows what. They go on and they enter a couple of sentences and they send it And then you can get it as.
Let me take this one.
Okay, all right.
I've got this one. I've got a great explanation for your mom on this one.
Twitter.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you the exact breakdown on how Twitter works. So you send text messages, right?
Yes.
Okay, so imagine a text message service that goes to millions of people at once. So if you have Twitter, you can sign up at your name at Mrs. Karen, whatever, and then if let's say I want to follow you, or Ben wants to follow you, or even Snoop Dogg maybe wants to follow you, he can go to your Twitter and he can follow you. So whenever you decide to tweet or to make a text saying, "Hey, I'm going to go to the grocery store today and I'm going to buy some turkey," and once you tweet that out, anybody that's following you can see that. So it's
a million people will get your text.
Yeah. Anybody who likes you will see that text message. So tweeting is kind of like mass texting to millions of people at once.
Yeah, to the people who choose to follow your tweets.
Now, if I do this, then I pay Twitter to have a tweeting account?
Free?
Nope. Twitter is completely free. It's like Facebook. It's a form of social media that doesn't charge you monetarily, just in your soul.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And also they charge advertisers.
Oh, they have, like, for instance, if I go to Twitter to find somebody, they would play a little advertisement before I can access the person whose tweet I want to see.
It's like that, but they don't do the little advertisements that they play. You would just see it as a sponsored tweet.
Oh, okay.
So and it would just be on your screen mixed in with all the other tweets.
Okay, now and that differs from Facebook.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And Facebook is something that for which you do pay.
Nope.
No.
It's also free.
Facebook is also free, other than the cost of your soul, but it is free.
Yeah.
I love that. The cost of my soul.
Facebook does charge you your soul for access, but other than that,
little
it is
pieces
free.
of your soul from time to time.
So and all of that then is part in podcasts, tweeting, and Facebook is all part of the social media?
Yes.
Yes. But to be fair, podcasting started long before
social
Facebook
media,
or even the term social media even started.
Right.
Podcasting is kind of a way to think about like a disc jockey from a radio station, say from your era,
broadcast.
And instead of like being a disc jockey for your local town, podcasters are kind of like DJs for a million wide audience, because anybody can listen to our podcast. You don't have to be in the range of an FM radio signal.
Mm-hmm.
We could have somebody in China that could listen to me and Ben that might find us funny.
We've had some people in the United Kingdom listen.
Have we? Well, they may have found us funny or not. I know that they found your mom hilarious.
They found us funny.
I don't know if you know this or not, Mrs. Karen, but you are trending. You are trending on the internet, really.
Okay.
They loved your explanation of the aethers.
If it wasn't for you, our podcast would be for total crap.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's an international thing. It's an international service.
Yes, worldwide.
I mean, you just mentioned Japan and the UK. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and also too, don't limit yourself to just iTunes when you're searching for podcasts. You can bring up just Google and type in podcast.
Type in any word followed by podcast, and then you'll get that podcast.
So if you want, like, let's say you wanted a gardening podcast, maybe you were interested in gardening, you would type in gardening podcast
into Google.
And it would give you
subject,
it would give
personality,
you
followed by podcast.
That's right. Cooking podcast.
Corgis.
Yep. Pet podcast.
Underwater basket weaving podcast.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, now Sam is talking about having his podcast. Oh, it's going to go out on the computers, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, not the radio, but computers.
Yes.
Correct. That's the difference in podcasting versus like a radio station that would actually use an FM signal. The podcast is going to use the internet. So,
The internet.
it will go out on the ethers, kind of like the email would in the same ways.
And then where the name podcast comes from?
From Apple.
Yes,
it sure does. From the iPod.
From the iPod.
Do I get to?
You do.
I get to.
Yeah, you got it. Ding, 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 ding. I don't know where the bell is. It comes from you know the iPod, yes?
Yes.
Well, the iPod.
An expensive phone.
No.
She's got that right. Absolutely 100% right.
Yeah, but an iPod isn't a phone.
Before it was a phone.
It was just a pod.
It was just an MP3 player.
That's right. All it did was play MP3s. The music files, the sound files, was an iPod. And so the podcasts were broadcasts for iPods, but you can listen to them on anything. You can listen to them on your computer, on your tablet, on your phone, and you can still listen to them on iPods.
Sadly, we can't listen to them on Walkmans anymore, though.
Yeah,
Interesting.
You can with a tape adapter.
With the tape adapter. Oh, you sly fool and your tape adapters.
It's in the car.
Oh, man.
My tape adapter's in the car.
Wow.
Right.
Well, I learned something new.
Yeah.
About podcasts and the internet.
That's right.
Great.
That's right. And yet again, you have managed to completely save our podcast from total and utter failure. So I thank you so much for just letting us talk to you for a little while we're recording.
Yeah.
Great.
Fine. That was my pleasure, and I always like interacting with my son and his friends.
Yeah.
Well, we've been doing it for a number of years.
Yeah.
So we would hope you'd like it by now, because you've kind of been stuck. Well, you're stuck with him, but I've just kind of been there.
At least we're not calling you to pick us up at the Huachuca K in Circle City at 3 in the morning.
That is right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She probably doesn't even remember that.
I don't know.
Thank God she probably doesn't. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll let you go.
Okay, darling.
Thank you so much. You guys have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later. Love you. Bye. Call your mom. Where'd it go? There we go. Okay. All right.
Okay. So we're just going to change the name of the show from This Is It to Let's Just Call Ben's Mom, because I don't really think that there's any need for any other content than from your mom to spend about half an hour on the phone with us every Monday night. I am not even. I mean, I only get like the one-liners where Facebook costs your soul. That's my only thing I'm really funny for.
I liked it. It was good.
That was the only. I'm only really good for those ones. So out of we're almost at a 40-minute podcast, man.
This
was a longer one.
Yeah.
So we're not even going to need to do an episode of In Your Hat or Crap Your Crap or whatever. I think we are probably pretty darn good with just the mom segment, because then we actually may just get out with it being a solidly good, funny podcast without any in hilarities. I know
what I always say.
Well,
plan as immortals do.
Oh, man. Well, if you do have the random widget that says, he that would have the fruit must climb the tree.
And we just did.
So,
ding,
wow.
ding, ding, ding,
yeah,
ding.
I know. The one time that we do, I do want to actually get there's so much equipment I'd love to have, but when you have a baby on the way, money becomes something that you just don't really experience much
It does
anymore.
not become a commodity.
Yeah, it's like, money. But that's the good transition, though, too. You're like, I want to buy something for myself. And then you realize now you'd better buy something for the baby.
I know it.
That's kind of cool. So,
all right, folks.
All right, well, guys, let me see here before we.
You gotta get.
Well, yeah, and I've got to. You've got to kill like 3 seconds while I find.
I'm working on it. Well.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Well, where did it go? Oh, yeah.
I am working on it. I'm trying.
How are we today?
I don't even know. It works. Hey.
All
right.
Thank you guys for joining us in another episode of We Call Ben's Mom every Monday. You guys have a great one. Take care. We hope you come back to laugh with us again next week.
Yes. And check out the Hollywood Bazaar at the Central School, May 26, 27, and 28, 2017, 8 p.m. And the bar opens an hour early. Wait,
an hour early.
What is this button?
Wait.
Is